Did you ever want to cook your hot dogs by just plugging them into the wall? Well, in the 70s, that's how you cooked your hot dogs. This thing actually passes high current through your hot dog to cook them. But Captain, why don't we have these things anymore? How come the last one they built was in the 70s? Will we ever see high voltage cooking again? Come along with me on my journey as we find out why, as well as we're gonna try things in the hot dogger that really shouldn't have been tried in the hot dogger. The inception of the idea of this device was coined by a guy named Len Buckwalter. Len wrote about the idea in the July 1960 issue of Electronics Illustrated. In the magazine, he explained, "You simply run 120 volts through the hot dog, and the hot dog serves as a resistor and cooks itself." He doesn't sound like that. I don't know what he sounds like. Hot dogs are composed of 10% water, with the rest being salt and fat and other, whatever other is. And since we know salt water conducts electricity, hot dogs should conduct electricity. So let's plug some hot dogs into the wall, I guess. Let's make sure this device actually works first, though. I did buy it off of eBay after all. Yay, I got the hot dog device. Operation of the device was fairly simple. Put your hot dog on the prongs, slide it into position, and your hot dog's cooking. Steam was an issue for our viewing needs. I'll have to fix that later. Steamy. Cool. That looks pretty cooked. Can we cook it long enough that it explodes off of it? Let's find out. Oh, it's smoking. Probably take it out. Go. It's not quite exploded. It's like soggy. Looks gross, man. How does it taste? Kind of weird. Between the high voltage and the weird taste produced, that brings up a question about safety. You see, these devices quickly came to be known as very dangerous and lethal even. Nah, I'm just joking. They were never taken off the shelves. And that's because something else happened in the 1970s. Another device became very popular. The microwave. So your mom could go from actually cooking the hot dogs to sticking the hot dogs in a glass of water and microwaving them for 3 minutes on high. Mmm, tasty. However, just because the hot dogger had a silent death didn't mean they were actually harmless. I noticed there was a lingering metallic taste in the hot dogs, especially in the ends of the hot dogs that contacted the metal posts in the device. Upon closer inspection, I noticed that the probes were oxidizing in a weird way, which led me to believe that they were made out of some sort of zinc compound or something similar. Well, a little bit of zinc isn't bad for you, but the amount that you're tasting on the hot dogs every time you cook a hot dog, well, that's not great. I also wanted to explore another avenue of danger. What if somebody left the hot dog in for too long? First things first. The hot dogger gets way too steamy. I can't see the hot dog in there. So we're gonna change that. It's hot dog shaped. Bam. Alright, we got our new setup. And of course, we have our victims. I mean hot dogs. So we're gonna load our hot dog up just like so. And go. Will it blow up, or will my fuse panel blow up first? That's it, it's dead. I wonder if it blew. What must have happened is the resistance from this point to this point is now gone to about infinity, and there's no more current passing through it. I should do it again, but with a multimeter. 3, 2, 1, go. Look at that. The hot dog's not a complete short circuit. Voltage is dropping. This must have been so harsh on your circuits back in the 70s. Look at this. It's dropping the voltage significantly. $45 drop across the hot dog. 50-volt drop across the hot dog. Oh man. And it's dead. So yeah, we can use a hot dog as a fuse. Let's try that out. This device is pretty dangerous, all things considered. Just to prove my point that this is high voltage, straight from the wall. That was fun. Alright, so the real question is, can we use a hot dog as a fuse? Got a simple circuit set up here. So we're going to plug the hot dog into one end. And then the other end is connected via wire. And then a wire that goes to this light bulb. Let's try it out. Oh, the light bulb's on. So if you keep your light on for too long, this is what happens in the hot dog fuse society. Seems to be taking a little bit longer than last time, probably because of the thin wires. Oh, also the light bulb might be acting as a secondary resistor. That's a 50-degree hot dog. Oh, I can hear some cooking. It worked! Hot dog has a fuse! Hot dog has a fuse! I honestly can't believe these devices were allowed on the market to begin with. The 70s sure were a different time, eh?
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball!
Though they can cook a mean hot dog through electrocution. If you like this video, you'll probably like my other video on the dangers of Amazon products. Imagine this device, but it's you as the hot dog instead of the hot dog being that. You'll get it once you watch it. Just go watch that video. As always, I've been your captain, and I hope you enjoyed your journey.